I've always been one of those guys that people seem to count out. You know, me being a smaller guy, growing up my whole life, it was one of those things that I kind of took personal. Once I was at the point where I was focused and you know, everything that had happened in my life with my dad.
Millions of signs. Can't stop, won't stop.
I just knew the only person that could stop me was myself. I could sit here and say, you know, the chips was stacked to the sky and I was gonna knock them down. I was born and raised in New Iberia, Louisiana, about 35,000 population, small town. I grew up in the home with my mom and my sister, Venetia. Also had 4 stepbrothers. My mom was just a hard worker. Growing up, she was always working 2 jobs. She was constantly on the move just to provide for me and my sister. And it was tough on my mom, but she made it all work. And you know, I am the man I am today because of her. As a kid, I grew up without that father figure. My dad went away when I was 3 years old. He went to jail for a drug charge. Ended up getting 25 years.
All I knew on that day, my dad was supposed to go in to court and get probation. He left a customer in his chair, you know, while he was doing the haircut. And the courthouse was like 2 blocks away from his barber shop. The lawyer that he had said, all right, come in, you're gonna go sign some papers, and you're gonna go back to work. He didn't return to work. I
kind of had a lot of anger built up leaving elementary, going into middle school, because I just felt that whatever he had done, it was kind of selfish. The letters he would send me, you know, he would always preach, you know, can't stop, won't stop, keep working hard, stuff like that. And me sitting in my room, I had a shoebox with all his letters in it, and I would grab that shoebox, read them, and like just do push-ups out of anger. I was angry because I felt like him not being there kind of made my friends wonder, like, you know, like, where's Diontae's dad? My dad was supposed to be gone for 25 years. With a good behavior, he came home and ate.
When he came back, Mama, well, I know I can't make it up because he was getting ready to be released. He said, but I'm gonna try my best to just be there with them because he can't take back, you know, what's missed.
He really did came back as a different person. Everything he wanted to change, it was changed.
My grandmother had the barbershop waiting for him to come home. I got a chance to see him be himself, you know, in that barbershop. It was so many things that I learned just seeing my dad in a work environment. At the time, I thought it was not cool to, you know, pick up cigarette butts or sweep hair in the barbershop, but that was his way of showing me the work ethic and instilling in me that, you know, sometimes you gotta go through these type of things. That decision for me to go to college was pretty easy. I was a mama's boy, but my dad also had an effect on that because he wanted to be around more. They all could come and see me play at McNeese State.
You know, the elite speed and all the things he had done in high school, you knew that was going to translate over. But he not only plays at a high level, he elevates people around him to play at a high level. He's you know, just watch me work, follow me, and we'll be okay. And so all those things kind of led us to believe that he was going to be special.
We would always talk about him seeing me play that college football game. And he was like, man, I promise I'm gonna be at that LSU game. Man, things are about to be like exactly what I was planning for. Like, my dad's home. I'm never gonna lose my dad again. Like, this is it.
My brother called me and he said, where are you? And I said, I'm at home. And he said, oh, sis, he said, I heard something, I don't know if it's true. So I said, what, you know, what happened? He said, they shot Cliff, and I think he's dead.
Police responded to a late-night call in Iberia Parish yesterday. Witnesses said they saw 4 men enter Cliff's impressive cuts. They demanded money, and one of the men fatally shot 45-year-old Clifton Williams Jr., the owner of the shop.
They said my dad gave him X amount of money and was like, this all I got. Apparently, the guy started beating him with the gun. No, that's not all you got.
I don't know what happened, if he figured out who it was or called him out or said anything or started to fight back, but he was shot. Shot right there behind his chair, you know, doing what he loved.
where he was laying on the floor. I don't want to know. But when I go back there in the room, they had his chair covered. I just screamed. I just cried. I was over there by myself.
Talking about a guy in the community getting taken away that would give kids free haircuts before, before school would start every year. Everybody in the community go get their haircut for free. The things he did for the community were just second to none.
To see him, just laying in that casket, it was tough, man. It was real tough. I didn't want to be here, where this had happened. And the only thing that was there for me to cope with was my teammates, football and me knowing what he would have wanted me to do. I'm going back and I'm dedicating this game to my dad, and I had RIP Dad on my face.
The only thing I ever really remember is just looking across and thinking, I can't believe that kid got on the bus. I can't believe he's here and he's getting dressed and he's gonna go play, And so, but that's kind of who he was.
Once I got on the field, it was just kind of like that safe haven. Like, it was just that safe place for me.
And he's got Spencer, and he's got the 10 and the 5 and the touchdown Cowboys. Diontae Spencer from 40 yards away.
When my dad was murdered, that just made me refocus and made me look at everything in life different. I started approaching each and every day as this could be my last. From that day forward, it was just, I want to build the legacy and live and stand by what he stood for, and can't stop, won't stop. And that's just something, that's been my motto ever since.
And Diontae Spencer gets a room and a block and a touchdown. Well, that's one way to score your first Canadian Football League touchdown.
When I got to the CFL, I was ready to work. The chips, they're stacking a little higher, and I never wanted to have that feeling of someone telling me, I wasn't good enough. It was just a matter of time of somebody believing in me, or somebody giving me that chance, and once I got it, I took it and ran with it.
Diontae Spencer, his first touchdown as a member of the Ottawa REDBLACKS, 96-yard masterpiece.
I thought about, what he would have said, just seeing, all of my accomplishments.
And that's the record for the most total yards in one CFL game.
Just hearing the words, come out of his mouth, just, man, I'm proud of you, or something like that. Just, you kind of think about those things.
And I would often say, well, Cliff looking down. I would tell D, your dad was out there, I know, Mama. He was right there, just being proud.
To see him do it, have the career he had, overcome what he's overcome, honestly, I get choked up just thinking about it.
Oh, his dad would be so proud of him, so proud of him. You know how they say, if they're happy, you're happy, and to see him live his dream, that's amazing.
They see the smile, they see everything going good in my life. They see the success. And behind all of that, it's still questions, it's still things that I still really don't know. It's been almost 8 years since my dad been gone, and each and every day I'm learning things about him, that's kind of filling that void. If I could have one more conversation, I don't think I would say nothing but just to say I love you. I would tell him deep down inside from the bottom of my heart that I love him. That's one thing I felt that, I didn't do enough of. It wouldn't be more of a conversation, it would just be something that I would want to tell him. I would want to tell him I love him.